Hello.
Hi. Please welcome to the stage, Chris and Ian.
Chris and Ian and Chris. What are we wearing, first off?
Well, I'm wearing my favorite royal blue, and you're wearing my favorite olive green, sort of a military green.
Yes, like army green.
Yes.
We are wearing our merch!
Yes, clap for merch.
The link to this merch is in the description. This video is coming out on Tuesday, so there will be less than 1 week left for you to get this.
Oh my God.
Before it closes. So please order if you can. Thank you guys for everyone who has ordered already. The support has been amazing. We are so excited about it.
And we love that you guys love the new colors, and you guys are inspiring us for some more stuff coming, hopefully, down the line.
Yes.
Actually, it will happen. So thank you for your input and support.
We can't wait to see you guys wearing these, and
I
please
know.
tag us in photos when you do. Okay, so without further ado, today's video is very special, exciting. We asked you what you would want to know. Let's get started. Let's dive in. The first one is from user So Done With.
Ooh.
And this question was, how often do you guys fight and how is it resolved?
We don't fight often.
No. As I think is probably reflected in our TikToks, we are not much of the fighting
Type. I don't like confrontation, especially with like my loved one, but if there is anything that turns into a sort of argument or conflict, it's because either he doesn't like the way I've reacted to something is one, and then I'm like, don't judge my reaction, or because I'm not voicing something that he's doing, and so I don't express in the moment my dismay with the way either something he said triggered me or something I want to ask, like I need to ask of him to do. So I solved that by making passive-aggressive comments on TikToks about his lack of usage in kitchen.
Exactly. I think most fights are always just based off of lack of communication, and we're very communicative, so a lot of the time that gets resolved early on, but there are some times you're just in a place where you're not going to communicate yourself perfectly and the other person isn't going to receive it perfectly.
Yeah.
And that's just how humans are.
And I will say one of the things that I am learning to fix or live with, I don't want to burden him with my want or like, hey, I need this from you, because then that makes me seem ... or needy, or that I'm asking too much, or that I'm like not content with him or something. That if I share a different point of view and show him that like I don't agree with that thing, or this is what I think, that he's not gonna like me anymore. Kind of stems from there. And then also it's this, I don't need to bring that up right now. I'm okay. And then like that happens. Sometimes I'll just tally up some, no, I don't need to do that right now. But then it turns into all of a sudden like a mountain of tallying up anxiety. Anyway, so learning to just roll with the punches.
Hair flip. A fiery first question, let me say. Right out the gate. Next question. You know what? Vivian Nard? It's like, you know, your name
Vivian
is...
M. Nard.
M. Nard. What is your favorite things about each other physically and mentally?
Ooh.
My favorite thing physically, it's just his face. I mean, there are so many aspects to that, but like his eyebrows are just, they're so expressive and gorgeous. His eyes are so soft and beautiful. I love his scruff. And when he has a baby face, like they're both amazing. So his face is my favorite thing physically. That kind of like evolved, you know, it starts out, it like goes from body to face to everything. Can you just accept this and just be happy about the compliment? Because I feel like you're taking it like, oh, maybe
No,
it's
not at
that.
all. I'm receiving it. I'm just listening to you talk.
Mentally, my favorite thing is how much he speaks. And just how much he talks and how much I learn from him every day.
So my favorite aspect of you physically, I think you're just like a big boy. You know what I mean? Like you're just like, he's kind of like a tank. He just has this like wide back, and it's just like this beautiful V, and I enjoy the sort of linebacker of him, and his legs. I love his legs and his eyes. Was I naming one thing? Well, it's kind of hard when you love all of them, you know?
Aww.
And mentally, no, I love that he thinks, period. It's nice to be with someone who thinks, you know, for themselves. And excuse me if I'm maybe, he is sober And I think one of the biggest attributes that I picked up on early on was his day-to-day decision to be who he is. And he's been through some trauma in that way, and with the rehabbing of that comes a very conscious, deliberate way of living. Well, I mean, that's frankly why I attracted you, I think. But it was really refreshing because you're with someone who is choosing to be who they want to be daily, and that really speaks to your maturity, and it helps me meet you there on times that I don't always maybe do that, you know? And his kindness too. And he's also really smart and good with numbers. Like, so if I'm like adding 7 and 17, he could do that right now. 34.
It's not 34.
No, it's not.
It's 24.
17. Oh, that's what I meant.
Next question from Leroy Jenkins 15 is, if you had a superpower, what would it be and why?
I just answered this question a couple days ago. I would like the power to be able to do anything. So if I was like, I want to sing like Whitney Houston for 10 minutes and like post a video about it, I want to, but like in my voice and just like do what she did as me and also sound like Whitney Houston and then be able to fly.
Mine has always been time control. I would love to be able to control time, sleep in however long I wanted, because I could stop time before like the alarm goes off. I could stop time and go do something and no one would notice. I could speed up time, see the future, and then go back in time. It's just all of the above. Carla Hill, advice for those who are yet to come out.
Ooh.
Take your time.
Yeah.
There is no clock you are on but your own. Take your time. You don't owe anyone that information. It's all your information to keep, so just keep it as long as you want.
I definitely second that. And if and when you're going to, it is a beautiful moment, can be a traumatic moment. So I recommend having a support group while you go through that transitionary moment in your life, which is such a beautiful moment.
This question is from Chilinsk_.
Ooh.
What's something that excites you about your future with one another? The unknown.
The unknown
is exciting because a few months ago we could have never believed or imagined that we would be here where we are right now, in LA, on YouTube, on TikTok.
Really? You didn't imagine this?
I did, but also I didn't. You know, there's the aspiration, but you never really know about like your dreams coming true.
Right.
So it's the unknown, which is exciting. That's what I'm excited about.
Yeah. Well, I'll get a little bit more superficial for you, but I am excited for doggies. I'm excited for a home that like we pick and create together, but we do pretty much live sort of a day to day. The only thing we plan on is like, oh, we need a car next week, so like better rent that. But besides that, we're pretty day by day.
Yeah, we're present.
We're present.
We stay present.
Yeah.
Jameis 86, where were y'all born and raised?
Ooh.
Me, Washington, D.C. I was born there. I lived in the same house until 2 years ago. Yeah, my dad just moved out of that house. So Washington, D.C., and then grew up in Chevy Chase, Maryland.
I was born in London, England, in an area called Knightsbridge, Kensington. I was raised there till I was about 9, turning 10, and then I moved to Honduras for about 1.5 years. That's where my mom is from. And then we moved from Honduras to Miami, and from 6th grade and on was Miami Beach, Florida.
All over.
Kind of all over, yeah.
For our last question, we are at
Kiss Katie Lou _ kisses.
Yeah. When did you both know you were in love with each other? Well, I actually remember asking him this question when we were on a beach in Malibu months ago, before the world changed. I can say this now confidently that I fell in love with him like the first day I met him. He's like, whatever. The emotional connection we had day one was insane. And on that first day I was like, there's no way I can be in love with this guy. Like, there's no way. I don't even know him that well. But now looking back, it's just like, sometimes when you know, you know. I sure effing knew.
Final answer?
Final answer.
Okay. When did I know I loved him? Oh God, is this a weird thing to say, to be like, I don't know when I knew I loved him. I just started noticing I was loving him. I noticed I let him love me. That was sort of very big for me. I think that's kind of what we all do, is when you go like, oh, I started to love you so much, is because you allowed that other person kind of in. But it was gradual. I didn't have a moment of like, this is when I knew, because it happens every day. Every day I have moments of, oh, this is when I know. Oh, but I will say, okay, this is actually, sorry, yesterday I actually had a moment where we were like sitting on the couch. We had like a nice like evening, and then we came home and we were watching Beetlejuice, which he had never seen. So I'm playing with his hair on the couch, and we're watching a movie that I know that I want him to see and love, and he's like liking it. And we just like that moment. Those moments are some of my favorite moments we've ever had.
Yeah. So thank you guys for watching. We hope this was fun. I had fun. I would love to do something like this again. Once again, check out our merch. Check us out on TikTok. Check us out on Instagram, because we post exclusive content on both different sides. So if you want to really follow the life of Chris and Ian, make sure you follow all the socials.
Yeah.
And we love you.
We do love you.
Remember to
Oh yeah.
focus on your blooming. Bye.
Just so you know, he like taps me on the back to be like, dee, 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 you have to hurry up, you have to hurry up. But if the content is good, I say keep the camera running.
Let's dive in.
You're kind of pushing me away a little bit.
What's something...
Oh, Chilinsk. I think it's because I grew up with a little bit, I didn't even finish that sentence. Juicy and fun.
Okay.
Reminds me of Paris Hilton.
So, it is Chris.
And Ian.
Ian. Sometimes he forgets.
Yes.
It's the age, you know.
We don't find. If I share, even when I don't speak, I know what you're thinking. No doubt. Gwen Stefani.
Answer the question. And that kind of like...
Sorry. Can't wait to have like a white picket fence. Or maybe like light gray. Without further ado,